Hey everybody, welcome back to the Around the Creek podcast. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about the episode Cubby. This is the first episode of the new batch of episodes that just made to Disney Plus, which was January 12th, question mark?
It was January 12th.
January
I was
12th,
ready for it.
yes.
I was there and present, and I watched them all as they came out. I was with my friend. Another friend was supposed to come, but they didn't come. They're listening to this, and I resent you.
Hello, Owen's friend. Whoa, hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah, so hello, Owen's friend. He doesn't mean that. He loves you. We love you too. I've never met you, but you seem great. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Cubby.
Anyhow, now that the new episodes got released on Disney Plus, a certain company likes to do some censorship. So yeah, we'll talk about that when that comes along and just the
Oh yeah.
significance of it.
The
Well,
most
there's
controversial
there's
Bluey
not that.
episode in
As
this
far as
batch.
from what
I think there was only one.
There's only one or two instances of it.
If you're talking about the episode Exercise, that was censored in Australia as well.
No, there's other stuff.
They did censor in Australia too?
There's
Oh yeah, of course they did. Never mind.
there's other stuff within we'll get to it when we get to the episodes, but there's nothing in Cubby. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be hitting the new episodes, and then we'll eventually go back once we're done to the
episodes they were doing beforehand. Yeah, our regularly scheduled programming.
Regularly scheduled programming.
But for now, we're talking about Cubby, and this is another thing that's important to mention is this should be our last. Well, I was gonna say it should be our last Bluey episode.
Last hiatus for
this. It's gonna be a long hiatus because we are getting the sign and exercise. No, what I'm talking about, but like for Bluey, like actually Bluey.
Oh yeah.
Like they're taking a long hiatus after the sign, and so this is kind of once we start on Cubby, once we get done with the season, which I think the last one will probably be sign, then we get to start back over, and we probably should be able to cover a good amount of ground of the other episodes in like season 3, season 2, season 1. So that's gonna be interesting.
I'm not too sure. We might be getting new episodes before the sign because accidentally they were released in.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The sign is gonna be the last of those 3, I think.
Yeah, but
I think it's going to be the last episode of season 3 in chronological order. Though we might get like, because we know Surprise is going to be out.
I think they confirmed that it wasn't going to be the last episode of season 3.
Oh,
although it would make sense because then I think it would be 52 episodes, which is what most of them have been. Except
what I mean is it's probably.
But that's just a theory.
Oh,
Bluey theory. Oh yeah, right. I was about to say he died. He didn't die.
He did not die. But we miss you, Matt Pat.
Yes. Come join this podcast, Matt Pat.
Podcast.
We need a Bluey theorist.
Matt Pat on the podcast.
We should. Let's do it.
That'd be interesting.
Hey, Matt Pat, you want to join the Bluey podcast?
He did make some theory videos about.
He did. He made his last 9 theories. One of them was Bluey, and why magic is canon in Bluey.
Oh yeah.
It was absolutely insane.
One of the saddest videos he's ever recorded because no, duh.
Canonical magic and Bluey. I mean, there was like a when I first started watching all the episodes anew, I was like, okay, hold on. If this is all supposed to be taken like realistic, there's actually magic going on here because there's no way.
I think they're just really good at playing.
Just like really imaginative, yeah. But see, when you watch it first, it doesn't exactly come across like that, now does it?
At first, no, but when you learn that it's like a show that
Oh, that was easy button. He's gonna make sure you know it.
Yeah.
All right, so enough about that. Let's talk about the episode at hand, Cubby.
This is such a great episode.
It is.
Oh my god, it is.
I remember when I told you guys the first episode of the new seasons, and we were like, "What are we doing today?" I said Cubby, and we all were like, "Let's go," because it's such a cool episode, and it's like I remember the first time I watched it.
It's got like the best visuals, the best. I love the creativity episodes the most, and like, it's got great music, and it's just such a fun time, and it's got a great lesson as well. This is such a solid episode to start off the new batch of episodes. And like I didn't even know about I saw most of the new episodes on the Bluey Discord server, and I tuned in one time and I was like, "Oh, what's this? I haven't
This
seen
is
this
new."
episode." And then I couldn't really see it. I only saw like half of it and then I left. But then I came back for another time when it was fully playing and I was like, "Wow, that's like top tier. That's one of my favorite episodes." Like not top 10, obviously, but like it's top 30. I love that episode so much.
It's fun. Well, because it's just got a lot of different elements to it. Like, this is one of those episodes that makes 7 minutes feel like 17.
It
Because
really does.
it covers so much ground so quick, and it doesn't feel that quick. And you have all these different rooms built and all that.
Yeah, it's paced well. So
it might just because I've seen it a lot of times, but this episode seems quite shorter to me.
Really? Opposite for me.
Yeah.
I feel the complete opposite.
It's like it's a mixture between long and short. I'm getting that feeling from this.
Yeah, a little bit. Like
I don't know how else to explain it.
But like for me it's just like maybe it feels like my brain's filling in all the space that should be there.
Yeah.
With like, oh yeah, it feels longer because it feels like it should be longer. You know, they build all the different forts and all that, and it feels like it should be a really long episode.
Oh.
And so my brain always feels in the time like, oh yeah, it should be this long, but it's not.
That's actually really interesting. I wonder if like people who like work on movies use that to their advantage. To
maybe
movies seem longer.
But see, a lot of shows and movies, when they try and make a lot of things happen really quick, it just becomes janky.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot of people's problems with. I know this came out of nowhere, but I think it's a lot of people's problem with the new Hunger Games movie. Because like the way they treat one of the characters was super. I'm not gonna spoil it because it's actually a really good movie. But the way they treated Cornelius Snow in that movie was really janky.
That's no fun.
And so it tried to cover a lot of ground in not enough time in the third chapter. And I think like it's that kind of thing. Like if you do it smoothly and you make a lot of stuff happen quick, but it's like it's smooth and it kind of flows, then it's fine. But if it's janky, then you don't really feel that. Oh yeah, like a lot of things happen in a lot of time. Feels like
just
a lot of things didn't happen in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention before we get to the episode, a great example of this, probably the best example ever. Yesterday, I watched Across the Spider-Verse for the 4th time, and again, I can easily say it is the best movie ever. It is not my favorite movie, but it's easily the best. Easily.
I understand what you mean.
There are so many parts in that movie that feel so long, yet so short. And like what you were talking about with like montages and stuff, they have a bunch of those like at the very beginning. It feels like you've been through his life, even though it's a only 1 minute episode recapping everything. I mean, not episode.
I really like the every time it introduces like another Spider-Man.
Yeah, the how they put a comic book down.
No, not that. It's like they always say this like the same thing.
That's in the first one. I'm talking about Across the Spider-Verse.
I think I watched that one too.
If you haven't, nothing else you're doing is more important than watching that.
It was
a good one.
I watched it. It was good, but I think it was a little bit overhyped. Like I was like, I kind of preferred okay. I liked the first half of the movie a ton.
I was like,
get into that. Okay, because I know it's gonna spark a whole argument. So yeah, let's not get into that. Let's focus on Bluey.
I will argue with this with you with this
later.
He's going to beat me up after the podcast over this. But let's talk about Bluey. So all the rooms in this episode, you know, as they build up the entire fort, it gets. I think this is another reason why we're talking about like it feels like it's such a long episode. It's because so much happens. There's like so many rooms.
It develops. They start off with a bed, like a little like room.
Yeah, a little bed for Kim.
Bedroom.
Yeah.
Then they make a dining room or something.
They made a bathroom at one point as well.
And then at some point we get to like horse stable, a penguin room.
Penguin room.
It just keeps changing. Alpaca farm.
So yeah, I feel like that, like, you know, just that entire like.
This don't have that much
building.
time on my hands. I could just make individual. I could make individual rooms out of chairs.
I wish I had that
blankets.
And
I wish I had.
I also wish I had the amount of cushions and like pillows that
yes,
they had.
the garage cushions.
Oh my
The
god.
garage. Yeah, where did they all come from?
The garage. The garage is just stocked up with cushions. See, whenever you can't explain something in Bluey,
like
garage behind it.
It felt like appearing that day, just off screen.
It's like I feel like there's like an analogy in Harry Potter, where it's like, you know, like the tents in Harry Potter. You go in, it's just like an expansive like mega tent. It's like that. It's just like the garage is just like, it's a small little garage, but it's just an attic filled with pretty much everything you ever need.
Or there's you know, the cloak of invisibility.
Yeah.
It's just a massive cloak of invisibility over it.
It's there. You just can't see it.
It's yes, there we go. It's that, or it's just like the metal alloy, or the, I don't know. What'd you build a garage out of? It'd probably be a tougher material.
Metal.
Not metal. No, not metal.
I think they did
like cement.
Use brick.
This is completely off track, but
no, it's not. Garage.
No. Yeah, but if you were to put invisible, like let's say an invisible cloak, like from Harry Potter, was real. If you were to put that over a house, would you see the foundation of the house underneath, or would it just be grass?
You'd see nothing. You'd just see grass.
No, because it shows you what it is behind, like with a person. Oh, it just show the trees and stuff. But if it's a whole house, then
well, with that logic, it would show the bones of a person.
Oh, that's true. Anyways,
we also don't know because we don't have an invisibility cloak, but
you also have one big enough as well.
Not yet.
You have like human size one, but not a house size one. Yeah.
It probably exists. Who knows? In Harry Potter.
It probably exists.
On it.
Oh, the Harry Potter podcast.
No, it's not.
The Harry Potter cast.
There's probably a lot of those.
There is a lot of those. Which is why we did start Harry Potter podcast. Of course, our true love is for Harry Potter, not Bluey.
Oh, yes.
But we just went to
Bluey. Wanted to create a Harry Potter podcast.
Yeah, of course, Elijah was super.
Oh yeah.
His roofer was like, we shouldn't do Bluey, guys. We should do Harry Potter.
Yep, that's 100% what I said. No,
it's not. We prefer Bluey.
Yeah.
I do.
Thinking about Bluey. Yeah.
Kim Jim.
Bluey, or yeah.
Kim Jim is their baby, and the reason why they do all this.
Yeah. So I mean, meanwhile, while the two knuckleheads are building their little fort, and by little I mean massive, and by fort I mean house.
Expansive.
Expansive.
And he gets lost in it.
Yeah. There is Chili, who is trying to measure, because Bandit and Chili had this whole conversation about like space within the room, and then they
for a bigger TV.
About a bigger TV.
Yeah.
And so
and
Chili
the walls.
is trying to navigate, or she learned to navigate their little house while she's measuring.
And not knock it down, which is impressive.
Bandit, on the other hand, was too busy watching cricket, and he realized at I guess tea time cricket that it is a thing. We wouldn't know.
And like the time lapse of him watching cricket, he sits completely still, like he is engrossed. Yeah, like see his eyes move slightly.
Yeah. I mean, even the cushion from underneath his butt won't. Even the cushion taken away from underneath his butt won't
phase him.
No,
won't phase him.
He's just sitting there doing squats, just like solid legs holding him up.
He's like a statue.
You know what he reminds me of? It's exactly like when you put like a TV in front of a kid.
Yeah.
Or like an iPad.
Yeah,
you
pretty much.
You even notice when the TV says that's T, you see him like blink a little. He's like, "Where was I? I was in like a trance or something."
Yeah. But he gets up, turns around, and is like, "I need to use the toilet."
Nope.
Expansive.
Cubby
house thing for behind him, and he cannot figure out
work of architecture. Yeah, you don't want to get in there.
Actually, do you guys call it Cubby, or is that an Australian term? Because I always used to say pillow fort.
Yeah, I don't call it cubby.
Well, the thing is, a cubby house is actually like I don't know. When I search up, if you search up cubby house,
yeah, search up cubby.
It's like it's like the little playhouses. It's not like a fort.
I thought it was like I always had cubbies in like schools. That's where you put your
Well, that's
Yeah.
I think that's why that's called like the cubby house is like a little house. If you look at it, like a little
like a
playhouse
little
for
like
kids.
container, like a little place to put things, you know?
Yeah.
Like a small
also-
house, like a small cubby, you know?
Yeah, like here. Yeah, like cubby houses are like little playhouses. See?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys forgot to mention when they were moving the cushions off the couch to make
Yes.
a room.
And
The
no.
yes/no button.
The yes,
yes no
no.
button was there. Here, check the.
Okay, that is a cool. Okay, I want to live there though. This is a cool cubby house.
For the audio listeners, also known as the only listeners.
For the audio listeners, for our live audience.
When the cubby house is better
live
than the
audience.
actual house.
That's what 15 million gets you in New York.
Yeah.
For real. No, this is look. This is one. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Whoa, that is elaborate. Holy.
I bet you that costs more than an actual house.
Oh, most definitely.
Probably not, but it's probably pretty expensive. That was easy.
I'm gonna click that whenever
for
we
reference,
get sidetracked.
I figured out a reference. There's one that's like relatively close to the same size. It costs like a car.
A car, yeah, I kind of expect that with a house, like a mini house for kids, like that.
But it's
I mean,
like
what kind of car we're expecting? Like brand new Lamborghini? Like what kind of
like old 2000s car?
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
We're talking upwards of 13 grand.
13 grand, yeah, 13 grand. I could see that.
I could see
that
for your kid.
For like a kid's playhouse, but if it like looks like that elaborate, yeah.
I mean, they'd use it once.
Do you
and then it would
no? But do you do you see like that one with like the brown with like the leaves and all that on it?
Yeah. Here's my thing. We have a house. You are free to play in it anytime you want.
That's true. You know, it'd be really smart. Never mind, that wouldn't be really smart. Never mind. I was thinking about charging your kid, charging your kids for living in that house. You build them a house, but they have to pay you like a monthly payment. Oh my gosh!
You have to pay us to live here.
You have to pay us to live here, like, you know. So you better start paying up. Yeah, how's it look on the inside? Because that adds to the value.
Someone's got a segue.
All right.
I got it. No, I got it. So apart from the cubby, there's like this is just something that I just love about Bluey in general. I think I mentioned this in the episode The Decider, but the fact that, the cricket game that's playing, someone's whole job during this show
is to just animate that.
To make that.
Yeah.
I want to see it where it's like, full screen, because there's no way they animated it on a sideways. They must have animated it and then
they probably did
afterwards.
Maybe they did. Who knows?
Crazy if they didn't.
Also, cricket, yay!
Cricket. It's cricket! Hooray! My favorite. My favorite American sport
because of Bluey.
That's crazy.
That's true. You've become obsessive. You like sports now because of Bluey, I feel like.
It's true.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
It's true.
You went from cricket to baseball because you realized cricket sucks and no one plays it in America. So
So true.
And so you're like, okay, baseball, close enough.
That's American. Everybody plays it.
That's true.
America.
I feel like baseball's kind of slowly dying though, but I'm not sure.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Again, I don't play sports. I don't watch sports. I'm not sporty in the slightest, so I couldn't tell you.
Are you even a Texan?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yes. I live in Texas, but I was born in California. So, I mean, sorry. Shocker.
That is a shocker. I can't believe you've been lying to us.
I'm in California, guys. In Los Angeles, no less.
Speaking of Los Angeles, time passing. Because time's passing in Los Angeles always. And
what a transition there. But yes, time passing.
The time passing in this episode.
Thank you.
The time passing in this episode. What do you guys think about it? Because I like the one with the clock. I don't know about the first one though. It looks a bit janky. It kind of looks like with Trades as well. I always thought that part was a little janky. When the time's passing, when they're building the fort.
Oh,
and it's just bandits.
I like that one.
I like it, but it looks a bit janky. It's kind of like with. It's kind of like with Trades, because like during Trades you can see the sun kind of go like dit, 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 dit.
But it's meant to be like that. It's meant to be a little rigid.
Yeah, it's with the like kind of like the flame bending.
Yeah, the
frame bending. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the correct way to say it. The frame bending. Air, water, earth, fire, frames. The frame bending kind of creates that natural effect of like kind of like it's kind of janky, but it's been like it's like this thing. There's always this thing in like the film industry where it's like it looks awful, but it's become commonplace in movies where like they'll frame blend or they'll like like certain like transitions that look kind of cheesy, but it just comes like a commonplace thing in movies or shows, and they just do it.
Because I've noticed people nowadays in movies, they try and add elements from old movies to have like nostalgia and to be kind of unique. But what's funny is that when those movies came out, it was like, okay, fine, those cool transitions. And then when it progressed, people didn't like seeing those transitions because it's like, I want something new. I want something exciting. Now
also, all the transitions were just cheesy.
But now people want the old stuff back.
Of course they do. Welcome to human nature.
Literally the only company to get away with cheesy transitions always is Star Wars.
That's true.
Like, they still use them.
Star Wars gets away with a lot of stuff. Do you forget the last 3 movies that they made?
Imagine if they got rid of that. Imagine if they got rid of that. Their company would be dead. Just like how Mickey Mouse is dead.
I never realized that, but yeah, Star Wars does have weird transitions through and throughout.
How do you not notice that?
Well, because I don't. It's kind of subconscious.
Staple.
Yeah, well, now I do. I mean, I watched a lot of Star Wars. I'm like, right, no movie does this anymore, but Episode 8, heck yeah, we do. Give that cheesy little
of Star Wars.
Zoom out. Speaking of Star Wars,
Star Wars has a lot of references.
And you know what else a lot of references? Long dogs. There are apparently 3 long dogs in the episode. How many did you guys see?
3?
There's 3, yeah.
3? No. I only saw 1.
I saw 2. One at the beginning and then one in the house.
So
speaking of the cubby, let's talk about the rooms. There's a lot of
there's
rooms.
a lot of rooms.
And just the creativity involved. It's like, what does every household need?
There's like a room for each animal as well. Llamas, penguins, horses. Kim Jims.
Did you ever have that assignment in like grade 1 where you had to draw your dream house layout design?
Yeah.
I loved that
I was homeschooled, so no.
Oh.
I had no childhood. No, I'm just kidding. We did a lot of fun stuff at home. We made a rocket. I mean, it wasn't a real one, but we got like a big refrigerator cardboard box.
But with that assignment, I always added like things because I had it a couple of times. I guess it was like a popular thing to do to get kids engaged and do work, even though nobody wanted to actually do it, but it had to do with drawing, so people actually cared. But I always used to add like an aquarium, trampoline room, and a zoo. And I remember I was thinking of making my own comic book, so I'd have my own comic room where people would work for me and make the comic. Anyway, I was a very interesting kid. I love the fact that they're just adding like, oh, well, we have a dining room, a kitchen, a bathroom. What else do you need?
A nuclear testing facility.
Exactly.
They probably did have that one, actually.
Yeah, they probably did. If there were so many rooms we didn't see.
Yeah.
They should do that. Bluey Company, if you're listening right now to the Around the Creek podcast on Spotify, when you launch the Bluey amusement park,
yes,
have a Cubby maze.
I like where this is going.
Okay, hear me out. You know something else they could just sell? What if they just like sold a Cubby set, like a set to make
There
your
are so many things
house.
that they can sell, and I can't believe they haven't sold a yes/no button yet. It's beyond me.
They haven't?
No.
That's actually.
Well, I mean, I don't think a yes/no
form.
button. Like, I think a yes/no button is very basic. Like, it probably exists. Like, I could probably go on Amazon right now and buy it.
They don't.
No.
Not in that color.
Not in that color. Well, I mean, I think that's the point.
It's iconic. That's what I love.
It is iconic, though. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing that companies do when they don't make merch with like the main character on their shirt as like with the name on it. No. They have really vague references,
like
to it,
subtle,
so only the super fans would get it. I love it.
They just start selling pineapples.
So
they start selling pineapples.
Yeah, they start selling pineapples and like stuffed plushy pineapples, and it's gonna be like $20, and no one's gonna understand.
No, it's just gonna be a fresh pineapple for like $30.
Fresh Bluey pineapples.
Fresh blue, just like a blue pineapple.
Picked from the pineapple trees of Brisbane.
Can you grow pineapples in Brisbane? I guess you.
Do pineapples grow on trees?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Wait, I don't think they do.
No, it's like is it a bush?
But pineapples, I bet, is one of the rooms. But the alpaca farm.
Pineapple room.
The pineapple room, that's definitely a thing. But the alpaca farm, I think that's so funny. How bad it's like, he's navigating his way to get to the bathroom. Right. By the way, he's navigating his way to get to the bathroom, and he's going through all the rooms, and there's so many rooms, so he can't really find the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so one of the rooms, I just love. He's looking for an alpaca farm, and he's like, "Is that an alpaca farm? Nah, they're lemurs." It's
easy mistake to make.
Like comedy gold, absolute comedy gold. I just love all the rooms that they go through, and then how Chili takes advantage. Nope.
Chili is just like, she's figuring it out. Like, she's moving pretty much around the room. And Bandit, for some reason, can't just, like, gracefully walk through. Instead, he has to, like, crawl through. But, like, Chili's clearly, like, managing this well. She's, like, she's not knocking over anything. She's not messing anything up. I mean, she, like, master gymnast. She's, like, just carefully placing her feet. She probably was a gymnast. I could see it.
She was.
But Bandit has to kind of like crawl through his arms and legs, just trying not to, knock everything over. Which, I mean, he's a big guy, but I mean,
it's
surely
a small space.
Yeah.
Although there are rooms where
Bingo and Bluey are both able to stand up with leeway as well, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, especially the library room. I love the library room so much.
The library,
there's so many references to other
the little
episodes.
space room as well, like the stars. That's a vibe.
Sleepy time. That's a sleepy time reference.
I want to sit in that room and talk.
Just the deepest thoughts.
Yes. That's
so real.
That's the chill. It's like where homie says like, I know a spot, and it's just like this coolest place ever.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me back. I remember I had this really cool fort that I made with my friend in my basement where we snuck a phone so we could watch YouTube videos, and we had a secret hiding place for like treats and snacks.
That's cool.
And I talked to my mom about it the other day, and it was really, she knew that there were snacks there, but she just thought the idea was so fun, so she never.
That's chill. Your mom just passed the vibe check.
Yeah, I love that.
She passed the vibe check. That's cool, yeah.
That's super cool.
Little kid forts.
Yeah. But Sleepy Time reference, 100%. They even have like kind of interesting music at that part, and it's this exact stickers on the wall. I don't care what you say. And I think this is the first time since, I don't even know. When was the last time they howled?
Whenever
It's like season 1.
No, I think it was season. I don't know.
It was like they do it occasionally.
I don't
But
think
it's like
they
when they're
do.
really
They
upset.
Yeah.
Usually.
So I'm trying to think. It's like, oh, I'll get back to that. But
that's like the
howl.
scene that I think of when I think of like them howling. Like there's too many rooms. They just like sit down and howl.
They just
cry.
They,
like howl cry.
Mental breakdown.
Mental
they
breakdown.
Can't find their child.
We can't find our child. They're having a mental breakdown. The star room, the star umbrella room.
So real.
So real, relatable.
So real, relatable. I do too.
But speaking of relatable, did I mean? Of course, we know Owen built a fort. Built a little fort. But Elijah, you ever just like build a fort? Stay in it.
The kids I babysit sometimes do it too.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I used to build a fort with my brother in the same kind of form where it's like the chairs and you put like a blanket on top of it.
Oh my god.
And so we had like 6 or 7 different chairs and we just put Nerf guns in there for some reason. I don't know why. We lived in Texas. I don't know. We still live in Texas. But of course you need to have a Nerf gun in your fort, obviously. But yeah, we had like a Nerf gun there. I think we had like a broom in the middle holding it up. Which I don't know how it stayed stable, but it was like 6 chairs on the outside. Tent? Yeah, basically it was like a tent. And it was really cool, but it was really hot in there because like the blanket we put on was like a really it's like an insulating blanket, so you couldn't stay in there too long. But yeah, really cool, really fun.
That's actually something we added to our fort. I'm now just remembering that we added a fan. I'm not joking.
That helps. I could see why. Yeah, and air conditioned the fort, of course. Like,
that's such a good memory. I remember it really well. And then my other friend came over and destroyed the whole thing, and then put it on the wall forever.
Did you ban him from your house?
Not immediately, but later on.
Later on, we were like, okay.
For other reasons.
For other reasons, he broke down your other forts. Yeah, he burned down your house. He burnt the house down.
He burnt the house down.
He burnt the house down, so yeah, it was over. We
can't be friends anymore. We can't be friends anymore, sorry.
Also, there's not really way you can come to my house if there's no house and I was there. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, fort building's fun.
I love fort building. I'd do it again if I had the resources.
No, but now the real question is, have you guys ever had your fort just collapse?
No.
Actually,
I'm
no.
an architect.
Yeah, I haven't had mine either.
We had
unlike the one in Cubby.
Yeah.
Well, it collapses because bandits
well, like
luckily my dad hasn't tried to crawl into our forts because he's a big guy. So
I mean, not the whole thing collapsed. Also, that is like dangerous for them. They could have easily gotten trampled.
I mean, not really. I mean, they're all pillows and stuff. I mean, yeah, they might have.
I guess so, but there's an umbrella in there. Those things can hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they couldn't get hurt.
Make the wrong
tape measure? Ow!
Oh my god, those tape measure like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he all like zip back at you? Ooh.
I just said Billy. I meant to say Chili.
Billy, silly.
I got mixed up with Billy. No, I got mixed up with Bluey and Chili.
Billy and Chili.
So Chili actually gets hurt by it at the end. She goes like, "Ow!"
She does? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like they almost get cut by it. Like that could have, ow! That would have hurt.
Oh, those things can bite. Like,
yeah.
Ooh.
Also, speaking of references, I know we're not talking about references, but there is even a reference to the sushi, legged girl in the episode The Weekend. Sushi shoes. Sushi shoes. Yeah. Which is just like, wow. There's so many references in this episode. I bet we could make like a whole.
It was like the wand as well.
About talking them. No, there's so many.
Yeah.
You got beans. You got the hat.
You got the beans. Got the granny beans. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the granny beans. You got the hat from Bust. You got the
all the stuff that they have in different episodes. So a little bit of a continuation, but they probably use like pretty much everything they could find in this house.
The episodes. We haven't even talked about most of those episodes.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of episodes to go over. I think we're as of right now, or as of last episode, I think we're just hit 20 episodes. So that means we have 130 more episodes to go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
130 weeks.
That is if we're consistent. It's gonna take us like 200. Exactly. I promise we're not trying to be like this. It's just these past 2 weeks have been difficult. I'm just gonna be straight up.
College by the time we finish that.
We'll be out of college by the time we finish.
That is 2.5 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
I'm fully aware.
We'll manage.
910 days.
Oh yeah.
Don't put perspective on it.
7.862.
It's like when you put perspective on my flipbook project that I haven't been working on, and I'm only now realizing I only have 90 pages in, which is good progress. And
that's good progress.
Oh, how many do I have left to do? 1,375.
1,025,000.
No! Stop!
It also doesn't help that I also have to color a few pages for the reanimating Sleepy Time project that's going on, and it's just I don't even know where to start, and life's been great.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I mean, just keep working at it. Like, you don't set yourself like a time limit. Just like do it whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. But above all else about this episode, I think the one thing that really stands out, not really, the visuals are definitely the best part about this episode, but the music, oh, it's so fun. It's so, like, chaotic, yet exciting.
Yeah, I really loved it when it said, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, Dad!
No.
Dad! Chili! Wait. So Chili.
Okay.
I'm gonna make that joke pretty much every episode you bring up music now.
Oh my god, I really hope I'm gonna get so bored of that so quickly. But no, the music in this episode's really fun and really energetic, and like there's like a do 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 part, and I don't know what that reminds me of. It reminds me of like surfing or something. Oh, I know what it reminds me of. It's like a super old show, Danger Island, I think.
Danger Island. I've never heard of that.
That sounds really familiar.
If anyone knows that, let me know, and I will I don't know, give you a kiss. The fun thing about this music is I didn't really talk to the person who composed it. I was asking them a separate question. No, sorry. I've talked to this person before, not about this episode in particular. I was asking about who did the Sleepy Time soundtrack, and they did let me know. I thought it might have been them, but it was not. Oh, what's their name again? God dang it. Look it up right now.
Twist.
Fast forward. It's not Josh Bush.
It is Joe Twist.
Oh, okay.
Australian composer Joe Twist.
Yeah, Joe Twist helped with Jeff. What's his name?
Josh Bush.
Josh Bush.
Josh Bush. It's Josh Bush.
Josh Bush. I am so sorry. So with that being said, do you guys have anything else to mention about this episode?
No, I don't. But I just do like this episode.
It's such a great episode. I love this episode so much.
It is. Yeah. I think.
Did you say I took your line?
Yeah.
Well, too bad.
Kinda did. It's a great episode, and honestly, I had a lot of fun rewatching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
such a good time.
It's again just like it feels like a 17-minute episode, but it's only 7 minutes.
It's only 7 minutes.
This is a good starter episode, really.
It is.
People say like, "Oh, good starter episode."
It's not too over the top, but it's like it's fun.
It's a little over the top, but it's like it encompasses.
Yeah.
No, but like I think over the top, I think of like a episode that's gonna send me crying, like camping or Sleepy Time, that. Yeah. It's like, okay, I wanted to watch a cute, fun little show. I didn't want to be sent into a crying fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Bethany, you invited me over to watch Bluey, not reminiscing about my past. Bethany, what are you doing?
Bethany.
I don't know.
Who's Bethany?
I like the name Bethany. Okay.
That's fair.
Anyways, I think.
But wait, we forgot to rate the last one as well. I think. Do we rate Tina?
Oh my God, you're right. We need to rate this one. Hold on.
Wait, hold on?
No, we rated
I think
Tina.
We rated the
we
last
rated
one.
Tina.
We rated
Yeah,
Tina.
we
Wait,
did.
hold on. No, guys. We forgot to mention the lesson of the episode.
Oh yeah,
oh my
it's
God,
true.
we did. We were talking about it for like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I perceived the message in this episode to be kind of be grateful for what you have. And you don't need to continuously add to it. You can just kind of sit with it and be happy.
That's a good way of looking at it. I didn't even
Yeah.
think of it like that. I kind of
More
thought
words
of
to
it
live
like
by.
that, but it's like, don't be greedy as well. So it is a bit like
Yeah,
this.
there's a bit of greed in there, but it's like, how much stuff do we really need? I mean, I feel like that's something that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't really understand nowadays.
That's true.
That's so real. Like people are like,
on
once I
social
have this, I'll be
media, I
happy.
see
I'll
like
have this, I'll be
all
happy.
these
No, you
like
won't.
vloggers. They're like, look at this new thing I just got off Amazon. Look at this new thing every single day.
Yeah.
It's entertaining, but
It's entertaining, but like for how long?
Yeah, you're gonna throw it away. It's gonna be in a landfill in a couple of weeks.
The only thing that brings joy is new episodes.
And
of Bluey.
I'm not helping that because I got this completely useless.
No, that was worth it though.
I mean, with that being said, I mean, it's not like you never treat yourself to anything.
Yeah.
But like,
You're right. I really deserve this.
You deserve that was easy button.
Just don't overdo it.
Yeah. Don't think, okay, it's all about mindset. It's like, don't let it be like a way where it's like, oh, I need this, or I can't be happy, or I need that and be happy. Because some people just train their brains like that, and then they're miserable their whole life. Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you can perceive it in a way it's like, if I have this, I may be happier, but if I don't have it, I will stay relatively the same.
It's like, hey, if I get this, that's pretty cool. But if I don't, it's like,
I really need to get better at that because I'm.
Yes, you do, Owen. We need this is time for an intervention. We need to talk about this, Owen.
Time for an intervention.
I'm just kidding. But
anyhow, moving forward.
You ever just feel conflicted by like morals of Bluey? Like they'll just I'm sorry, I cut Elijah off again. My brain's farting. We don't have no script, clearly.
That's true.
But like sometimes Bluey moral will be like, oh, that's me, isn't it? It's addressed to me. This episode is addressed to me, isn't it?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And when you notice that, you're like, oh, I hate that, but it's completely true.
You're
Especially
right.
if you're with friends or something.
Fun little
like
satire.
They all know it as well. And they don't want to say it because,
Dang.
Anyways, what do we want to rate this episode?
8. I love this episode.
Yeah, I give it an 8 too.
I'm gonna give it maybe 8. Yeah, I'd unanimous 8 here. I think it's an 8
out of 10.
Overall score 8.
It's an 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful episode.
All right. Well, that being said, as always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
This has been. See you next time.
Hey, bye.